Hi, and welcome to Plugged In. Preparations are well underway for the 7th Annual Kidney Gala. And on today's show, we get a sneak peek at the delicious menu that will be served up as our hosts enjoy a taste testing experience of a lifetime at the JW Marriott Park, Vancouver. Then meet Larry, a kidney transplant recipient who received his new kidney over 40 years ago. And Cindy Cherry talks about the WHL Suits Up with Don Cherry to promote organ donation events taking place from January through March. It's all next, right here on Plugged In. The glitz and the glam of Hollywood returns to Vancouver on Friday, March 8th, 2019 at the JW Marriott Park, Vancouver, and you're invited.
So we are standing in front of the JW Marriott Park, Vancouver and the Douglas hotels. The arrival experience, when you pull your car up, you can either take the self-parking or valet services. Taxis pull up on this level as well. On the inside of the building, any of our 3 public elevators will take you up to the 4th floor event space where we'll be enjoying the 7th Annual Kidney Gala. We'll pop on inside and I'll show you how to get to your event floor. On property here, you have easy access to our spa, our fitness centers, the 2 hotels, as well as the 8 restaurants and lounges. We also have the world-class gaming casino, so there's plenty of opportunities once you're inside the building to explore around the area. On the 2nd and 3rd floor is the world-class gaming casinos, and on the 4th floor is our event space, which we'll step out onto right now. The event will be happening on the western side of our event space, and here you'll have your welcome cocktail experience for the Kidney Gala. Just steps from the entrance. On this floor, you have easy access to the JW Marriott Hotel as well, so if you are just taking the elevator home afterwards, you have that ease of opportunity.
So please join the Kidney Foundation of Canada BC Yukon branch and the Canadian Society of Nephrology at the 7th Annual Kidney Gala and help make a significant impact on the lives of kidney patients and their families. We hope to see you there.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Christian. I'm a certified personal trainer and author. I'd like to welcome you to this segment of A Healthier You. And today, we're going to find your fit. It's a fact that people who find things they love to do are more likely to continue being active. Whether you want to work out from home, the gym, or in the great outdoors, it's important to choose activities you will enjoy. Before getting started and making any decisions, ask yourself the following questions. When is the best time for you to work out? Do you like to work out indoors or out? Do you prefer to work out alone or in a group setting? How much time can you commit to? Do you have a personal goal in mind? Are you competitive? What would motivate you? Is there an upcoming special event you would like to work towards? Understanding your preferences will help keep you motivated and on track. There are so many activities, including dancing, that are great workouts. I like to try one new activity every year and encourage my clients to do the same. This helps to keep workouts fun, fresh, and challenging. There are various outdoor activities that you may want to consider trying. If you're just starting out, take a walk around your neighborhood. It's a great starting point. Increase your distance as your fitness level improves. Consider adding some hills or stairs when you find your routine is no longer challenging. Hiking can be a great cardio workout to be done alone, with family, or with friends. Biking can be great, fun, and challenging. As your fitness level increases, you can add additional hills for that added cardio benefit. If you've always wanted or thought about participating in an organized event, such as a local walk or run, you'll want to start preparing well in advance. Now, with that winter season upon us, it can be really tough to stay active. There are so many outdoor activities you can participate in. Did you know getting out in the winter months has helped countless individuals get through those winter blues? Just a few activities you may want to consider are snowshoeing. Now that's a great inexpensive activity for the whole family. Cross-country skiing, skate skiing, downhill skiing, and don't forget skating. You may want to choose to work out at home or perhaps participate at a local fitness facility or community group. Here are just a few ideas: swimming, dancing, aerobics, yoga, specialty classes, seniors classes, and so much more. I hope you find your fit and a healthier you.
Good evening. My name's Chef Nicholas Issel, the executive chef here at the JW Marriott Park Vancouver. I've been traveling all over the world for the last 10 years through Asia and Europe, developing amazing recipes and just tasting a lot of good food. I welcome you all to our property tonight, and you're going to have a very amazing meal, I'm sure. So please enjoy and have a wonderful evening. So our first canapé here is the prawn popsicle. It has a Thai curry, red Thai curry emulsion with fresh coriander. This one here is the vintage Gouda fritter. It has a rosemary aioli on top with a fig jam. And this one is a Thai prawn spring roll. It has a sriracha aioli. And lastly, we have cremini mushroom crostini, which has labna, akambu crumb, and borage flowers.
The prawn popsicles are most popular.
I can understand.
They are.
Yes. They're the ones that I'm.
Anything that's just a one-biter is really popular.
For gala experiences, for weddings, those things where your food is really going to be such a paramount factor to the event itself, the experience, we definitely do menu tastings. I think one thing that you get with the menu tasting that you maybe don't get with anything else is when you look at a menu and you don't have that understanding of what it looks like or how it'll be presented.
They're all delicious.
Yes.
They are. But yes, if I had to pick one that was my favorite,
You would be with me.
I would say the prawns.
Well, the prawns
I would say the prawns.
It's a toss-up with between the two.
Yeah, they're so popular.
you would have all. Cheers, everybody.
Kidney Gala.
So the average kidney transplant lasts about 12 years for a deceased donor and about 15 to 20 for a living donor. Our next guest, however, blows these stats out of the water. It's really remarkable. And I'm really pleased to introduce you to our next guest, Larry Kreklovich. Welcome, Larry.
Thank you.
Did I get that right?
You got it right.
All right.
Yeah.
So Larry, this is amazing. You are celebrating the 44th anniversary of your kidney transplant.
I did. Yes.
You did. You
I
just
did.
celebrated it.
Thanksgiving.
Wow.
That's a great Thanksgiving gift.
And it certainly is. And if my research, I did a little bit of research, and it appears that 45 years seems to be around the longest living or longest kidney transplant. So you are
Almost there.
You said way back when you were first diagnosed, you didn't, before you got the transplant, you said, I thought I was almost cured.
Yes.
What did you mean by that?
Well, when I was 6, 7, and 8 years old, I spent 6 months in Regina and 8 months in Toronto, or vice versa. I can't remember then, but that was back in the 1960s. And when I came back from Toronto, they figured they had me cured, but not quite.
Not quite.
Not quite.
And then it was, I think, the age of 19. Things took sort of a real downturn. You became quite ill.
Yes.
And it was shortly thereafter that you actually got your transplant.
Right.
Do you want to talk just a little bit about what happened?
Well, I was working and when I was 19, and I don't want to get too technical, but the tube from my bladder, from the bladder to the kidney, was a little bit longer than it should have been, and it twisted from all the poison. So they did some research investigation into me, and they found out that I had 10% function in one kidney and a shell in the other. So they deemed at that time I'll need a transplant. That was in May of 74.
And then you got your transplant
In October of 74.
in October of 74. And for you, you know, describe that moment. You know, you obviously were very sick leading up to the transplant. What was it like when you got that transplant?
Life-saving. It gave me a new lease on life because while I was on dialysis and I had to watch what I was doing, I couldn't have been very active. I was just tired most of the time until
Your quality of life was pretty
Exactly,
low.
quality
Yeah.
of life. That's the words I'm looking for. Yes.
I can see it. You know, it's still emotional after
Oh, very
all
much
this
is. Yes.
time.
Yeah.
And you know, you and I were talking earlier, and you said, I said, "What's the secret of your success?" And you said, "It all is. It's the donor, right? It go and
Yeah.
you know that is such an important message about the power of organ donation.
Oh, definitely is.
And how it can not only change but literally save somebody's life. And you know, is there a message that you want to share with our viewers just around that piece?
Well, when you can't use your organs anymore, somebody else can. I can relate a story of a girl I met in the Vancouver Games this past year. She's a liver recipient. She's 15-year post. She got her liver from an 88-year-old.
Wow.
So, just because you're a little bit a senior doesn't mean you can't donate.
That's right. Never rule yourself out. The doctors at the time will decide what's possible.
Yeah.
But you know, if it's something you want to do, no matter what your age, go ahead and register those wishes, because it can make a huge difference.
Save a life.
Literally
Yes.
save a life.
Yes, it can. It does.
It does. Yes. Well, and you're living proof
Right,
of that. It's a remarkable story that you've got, and it really does serve as a story of inspiration that this is possible, not only to get 10, 12 years, but to actually almost reach 50 years.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Larry, for sharing your story with us today.
Thank you. I'm glad to do it.
Well, we're delighted to have you here, so thank you again.
You're welcome.
Hi, I'm Sophie.
And I'm Ava.
And this is Kidney Quiz for Kids. Why don't you play along with us?
Question 1. Your kidneys enable your eyes to adjust to darkness.
That's false.
You got it, Sophie. It's the iris, which is the colored circle around the pupil that enables the eye to adjust to light.
Question 2. Your kidneys help control several body functions.
That's true.
You're right, Ava. The kidneys regulate the amount of water in your body, remove wastes, and balance your body's minerals.
Question 3. 10% of people waiting for an organ transplant need a kidney.
That's false.
Yes, that's false. In 2017, in BC, over 80% of people waiting for a transplant needed a kidney.
Question 4. Your kidneys take waste out of your blood and pass them into your urine.
That's true.
You're right, that's true, Ava. The kidneys remove excess water and substances your body cannot use from your blood and turn them into urine.
So our executive chef, Chef Nicholas, who's been helping us today, has worked all around the world. He has incredible culinary training, and he has an incredible breadth of knowledge of the food experience. He specifically went out and found people that not only were great at things, but were willing to try anything, were willing to be innovative. Here's what we want to achieve, how can we make it different, or what worked at previous hotels that we can really bring to life here in a different way. So much of our menus and our culinary experience is sort of a patchwork quilt of things and experiences and flavors from around the world that have been brought together to give a sampling of everything to diners.
All right, so our first appetizer, we're going to be trying the Dungeness crab. This is fresh local Dungeness crab. On the bottom we have avocado puree, we have some preserved green apples, and then we have a ginger syrup that we make with kaffir lime leaves. So we have the crab and clam chowder. So on top here we have potato puree, some crispy potato, ikura, which is salmon roe, fresh dill, and then inside is clam chowder with fresh crab, root vegetables, and potato. Second soup we have is the wild mushroom with chicken consomme. So on top we have edamame, chili strings, spring onion, and then inside is a chicken consomme with local wild mushrooms and poached chicken. So next up, this is our buffalo mozzarella with heirloom tomato. On top is a sesame rice cracker with nori and chili strings. Underneath is a salsa verde, which is made with pickled jalapeno and fresh herbs. And then around the outside, we have some fresh greens with watermelon radishes. And lastly, we have the Szechuan duck. So this is Peking duck made into a small little salad, tossed with a homemade vinaigrette, secret ingredients. Then we have pickled cucumber, orange segments. There's a little black vinegar syrup on top, and then on top here you see some julienne ginger that has been crisped up.
We host all sorts of events, conferences, trade shows, galas, weddings, big or small. We have our largest ballroom fits 1,200 people. So, and then we have a bunch of smaller spaces too for just your boardroom for 10 people. So we can host it all here.
The way I always like to describe it too is that Park Vancouver is a destination within a destination. Vancouver as a city is a beautiful space. Coming to Vancouver, being downtown, there's so many elements to it, but within this one building, we are 700,000 square feet. And in that 700,000 square feet, we have the world-class gaming casino. We have 8 restaurants and lounges, the Spa by JW, 2 fitness centers, the 2 hotels, of course, both the JW Marriott and the Douglas hotels.
Now you just gotta tell people to get their Kidney Gala tickets.
Exactly, and get experiencing it.
Well, thanks for joining us again on Plugged In, because you're in for a treat. We have someone who's a familiar face on the show. None other than hockey royalty is in the house. Woohoo! It's Cindy Cherry.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thanks for joining
Royalty.
us. And this time we're in Saskatoon.
That's right, I get around in these Canadian provinces.
You sure do, but last time was at the Giants game in Vancouver.
That's right, that's right.
The Giants versus the Victoria Cougars.
Yeah, well, they know how to throw a party there. They put on a good show.
Now, you know what? We're going to talk a little bit about all the surprises that are coming up with the WHL.
Oh, yes.
But just want to talk a little bit about organ donation registration, organ donation itself, and you are a living kidney donor. You donated your kidney to your brother.
Yes, yes. And well, you know what's been 40 years ago, not 40 years ago, in this month, 40 years ago, October the 10th, I donated my kidney to my brother. Still going strong, Scouts for Central Scouting and the CHL, and thriving. So you can imagine how I support organ donation.
Boy, it's fantastic. And actually, let's just take us back there a little bit. I know we talked about that previously on the show, but recovery and everything for you, because that's really important, because a lot of viewers aren't sure, you know, living
well, this is it, you know, we got to
got
take the mystique out of it, you know, like I was, you know, sure, they make sure you're really healthy, and I was, I don't know, 21, 22, something like that, and the thing is, I was out of the hospital in 4 or 5 days. I think I broke a record getting out. I was back to work October 10, November. I was back 4 weeks. I was back to work. I had a physical job then. So we have to take the mystique out of living organ donation. We got to bring that to the forefront.
Right. And most people don't know, you know, we're born with 2 kidneys, and we only need 1 healthy kidney.
That's right.
Right? So we're born really with a spare. to share.
Well, it is a spare. I mean, I'm perfectly healthy. I've had a kid and the whole deal, and I had no restrictions on my lifestyle whatsoever. So it really is. You bounce back pretty good.
Right. Well, you know what? This brings me to a great topic because we're going for round 2, second season of WHL Suits Up with Don Cherry to promote organ donation, of course.
Yeah, well, you know, it's successful when they come back the second time around. So it was a great success last year. We raised a lot of money, which is very important for the Kidney Foundation. But not only that, but we also brought great awareness. And that was the thing that my family wanted to bring to the forefront. When I told my dad 2 years ago when we were just starting to talk about this, that Canada's 23rd in the world for organ transplant, who would believe that? And he says, well, what can we do to change that? And I thought, well, you know, the hockey culture in Canada is pretty strong, so why don't we go with the hockey people to say, you know what, this has got to change. So we did this campaign with the Kidney Foundation, and I must say it was a great success. Remax came on board. They were the heroes. They sponsored it, and it was a very, very successful campaign. And the positive outcome, as I said, money, but the thing was, in Western Canada, organ transplants went up 13%. So I'm not saying, you know, it was 100% us, but you know, that awareness thing, you got to look at it. It was in Western Canada, it was in all of Canada, it was in Western Canada. So I think Dad might have hit the nail on the head with the hockey culture of Canada can step up.
Well put, well put. So let's create some buzz because season 2 is coming up.
Yep.
And I think I was reading, there's 17 teams in the WHL.
Yep.
And it's kicking off January the 19th. The Edmonton Oil Kings, I think, are hosting the first game.
That's right.
For this next...
yeah, I think it's the Battle of Alberta, they said. The two rivalries are going at it or something. Yeah. So, and they put on a good show in Edmonton for that. So we had a lot of fun last year. So, you know what? They go online, the players wear those great hockey sweaters, and the kids sign them, and then people buy them as souvenirs and all. I mean, it really was something to see all these players out there dressed in hockey sweaters like Dad's suits. It was just hilarious.
And they wore them proudly.
They did. We were always hoping that the home team won because of them. Dad took great pride when they won.
So now I saw on the schedule 12 games. I think it wraps up somewhere March 9th or so in Kelowna, the Kelowna Rockets. But in between, there's games Friday, Saturday nights all over the province. We'll put all that information up on the screen.
Yep.
I think to the first 1,000 visitors,
well, we don't want to say the first 1,000. There was different ways of doing it. So one way or the other, they're going to have 1,000 people going to the game are going to get a Don Cherry bobblehead, and we had to change it up this year. So rumor has it that we added Blue to the bobblehead. So Don Cherry and his dog Blue. So
really?
Yeah, we had to change it up a bit. So you don't see Blue too many as a bobblehead, a bull terrier. So
I remember the days of Blue, a superstar.
That's right.
In its own right.
We like to think so. So that'll be cool. But you got to come out to the games to get it. So anyway.
Now we saw the game in Vancouver. You dropped the puck.
Yeah. I'm becoming.
Right?
Yeah, I'm like Don Cherry now. I'm getting pretty good. As Dad always says to Ron McLean, you got to look up. When you don't put your head down, you got to look up at the camera. So I got it all down. I was lectured from the pro on how to drop a puck. Okay.
And I'm going to give you the last final words. Anything you want to say to our viewers about the importance of organ donation? Maybe a step they can take today.
Well, you have to talk about it with your relatives, okay? Sure, you know, you have to say, you know, if anything happens to me, I want my organs, you know, donated. I mean, there's so many great stories out there. So communication with your relatives, and you know, go to thekidney.ca, and they tell you also how to sign up in different provinces. So that is the main thing, is talk to your relatives to know what your wishes are.
Cindy, thanks so much for joining us. I hope it's not the last time we're going to see you on Plugged In. We'll catch you at one of the games, and we hope we see some of the viewers there too. WHL Suits Up with Don Cherry to promote organ donation, and it's presented by Remax. What a great night for your family to go on out. Right. Check your local listings, call up the team, find out when you can catch that game, and maybe you'll see Cindy there.
I hope so.
Thanks, Cindy.
You're welcome.
So our first entree for the evening is the Parmesan chicken. So this is Parmesan crusted chicken with potato puree and a lemon butter sauce. Next we have the Sakura pork belly. It has a smoked potato puree underneath. It has a apple cider caramel, and then on top is spicy peanuts. Lastly is the vegan option. So here we have miso eggplant with umami tomatoes, broccolini, and roasted parsnips. Perfect. Enjoy.
Thank you so much.
You never know.
It is, exactly.
I know.
But I really want to try
No, the beans were the snake beans. The snake beans.
Yeah, but it's amazing.
I think all the way along.
I really must love mashed potato.
But I tried the pork. Wow.
Curious, Barb, chicken or pork?
For the gala,
Yeah.
well, I think you probably have to go chicken.
Okay.
But I like the pork.
Chicken is a common option, but I think that's because it is a safe bet. You're going to please a lot of people, and I think when it does stand out, and I think it makes it independent in that way too. So it's good to have a safe bet. You can still make it your own.
Question 5. Your kidneys filter a liter of blood every minute.
Wow, that's a lot. And that's true.
Wow, that is true. Every day your kidneys filter all of your blood 400 times.
Question 6. There's nothing you can do to keep your kidneys healthy.
No, that's false.
False. A good diet and regular exercise help maintain kidney health.
Wow, that was fun.
Totally.
How did you score?
Thanks for joining us on the Kidney Quiz. Bye.
The Kidney Gala appreciates the support it receives from our gracious sponsors and auction donors. And we'd love to showcase your business at our 7th annual Kidney Gala. Do you own or work for a business that would like to be featured in front of hundreds of distinguished guests at the Kidney Gala? The 2019 Kidney Gala is set to be our most impactful to date, and we'd be honored to have your business represented as a sponsor or auction donor. There are limited exclusive sponsorships and live auction options available, and we'd be happy to discuss them with you. Interested? Please connect directly with Pam at the numbers on your screen.
The JW Marriott is the JW Marriott.
Wow. And whatever this is.
Let's describe that, right? Whatever it is.
Oh my God, that was delicious.